what's up, friend? You are you interested in lack of skill? Yeah. Or maybe some suck. I'm just a new guy for the love of game. Wait, don't go. I know it's bad. Times have changed, but not by mad. Don't you know that games are my thing? Yeah, I know it's getting real late. Come on, look at me. I even do storytelling. Also podcasts on great game subjects. Okay, yeah, I'm not a Markiplier or a PewDiePie. But hey, that's what makes me so unique, right? Right? Hey, give it up for Niko the Legend. Niko the Legend. Hey, give it up for Niko the Legend. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Niko Show. I hope you're all doing well. Because if you aren't, well, I'm here to maybe remedy the situation that you're going through. But without further ado, I just want to say thanks, guys. I'm the well-mannered teenager in the snowflake once again, here to offer something of greatness. Another Niko Show episode.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Liar! Okay. Sorry, it was a little cheesy on there. But I hope you guys are doing well. It's October 5th. We're only 8 days away from my birthday. Yeah, I'm gonna be 31. Yeah, that's right. 31 years old, and we'll I don't know if we'll talk too much about me being 31, but I just want to let you guys know that is happening soon, October 13th. And I want to also let you know that I was born on Friday the 13th. Yeah, October 13th, 1989 is when Nick was born. Pretty wild stuff, huh? I don't consider myself bad luck at all. No.
Fox, get this guy off me!
No, not at all. So I've always liked having a birthday like that. I think it's cool. And you know what's funny? I didn't figure that out until maybe like 5 years ago that I was born on Friday the 13th. It was a very, I think it was 5 years ago or maybe even longer. It was a little bit longer. It was a very subtle discovery, and I had no idea that happened. And I was like, oh, well, I'm good luck. That's what I just tell myself, but I'm really the worst luck ever. Now, what you're seeing right now is a recorded version of The Niko Show, and if you're hearing this on Spotify, this doesn't really apply to you, but I didn't decide to stream this episode today. I know I always stream Niko Show episodes, and I'm a little behind, of course, in typical Niko fashion, on bringing out another episode, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to record this one today. I didn't feel like streaming because I wanted to stream a game a little bit later, and I kind of don't want to double down on showing my face on stream. You know, I don't want people getting sick of me already. Sounds pretty selfish and greedy, but at the same time, it's whatever. You're going to see this on YouTube. So, YouTubers out there, it's okay, you know, you get to see it. The only people that won't be able to see it is people on Twitch. But hey, if you're hearing this, if you're following me on Twitch and you're seeing this on YouTube, then we're okay. And then you'll be able to hear this on Spotify if you want to see more Niko the Legend. Yeah, just look it up on Spotify, The Niko Show, and you'll be good to go. With that said, hi, welcome. Another episode. We're talking a lot of interesting gaming topics today. Nothing too controversial of any sort. Maybe like one article we go through, and we might get through this faster than possibly imagined, but I usually say that, and it's full of shit, right, Anakin? Exactly.
Liar!
Now, before we get into that, and I say this on every episode, we usually go through two little introductions here for the Niko Show platform. What I mean by that is that we go through what's happening in my personal life, just to catch you guys up to speed of what's been going on with me, because this is where I can kind of go heart to heart with you guys. And then also we talk about the games that I'm currently playing and that I'm excited to play in the near future. Alright, so personal stuff. In the past, man, has it been the past month? Even longer, I've been talking about looking for another job. Yes, that is still a thing. I've had two interviews since then, both at gyms, because I want to keep staying in the gym field, get that gym exposure and kind of broadening my gym horizons as a personal trainer or just in the gym atmosphere, I guess we'll call that, the gym landscape. And so I had a job interview with Planet Fitness. I thought it went really well. Very corporate job for a gym. As soon as I walked into that building, I just felt the corporate blanket just wash all over me, and I don't really like that for a gym. I like small businesses for gyms. I like where it's just a sole proprietorship, and there's not that many of them. It's not on a. It's like I said, it's not corporate, and it's huge difference when it's compared to small business to corporate. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's just with any business, but when I see it in the gym, when I compare the gym that I train at to the gym that I'm trying to get front desk position, doesn't matter. As soon as I walk in the building, it's just night and day difference. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because I'm just working, doing grunt work, but there's corporate stuff. It's like, oh, we got to keep these corporate standards. Like, we got the best reviews, we got the best equipment, yada, 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 surveys, spreadsheets. I mean, spreadsheets is just normal in any job, isn't it? Small business or big. But I'm just saying, like, it's so, like, the person interviewing me, he's a cool guy, really cool guy. And maybe he'll see this one day. I mean, hey, appreciate your time, my dude, the manager. I can't remember his name because I only met him once. He was really nice, but, he kept spitting out the stats and statistics about how popular the company is, how good it is. The same old song and dance whenever you have an interview within a corporate establishment. Now, the other place I went to, which I won't tell you the name because it's only one location and I don't want to narrow it down like that. Planet Fitness is everywhere. But this one was great. It's same distance from the other job. It's about 20 minutes away. But this one wasn't corporate. It's a small business gym. And I met the owner. And he's a super cool dude, super jacked, and I just had to put that in, super jacked, so it fits the role, I guess. He showed me around, and basically the Planet Fitness interview was an hour. Okay, that's a corporate interview. This interview was 10 minutes long at this other gym that I got. I applied for front desk. Okay, 10 minutes. That's a 50-minute difference of saving me time. And it was pretty much straightforward. He's like, hey, this is what's going down. This is what you're going to be doing on the computer. Because some people it doesn't need to be so complicated. You don't have to ask, where are you going to see yourself in 5 years? Why do you think you're such a good fit for this job? Blah, blah, blah. Because, I don't know, shouldn't me just applying to this job, sorry if I'm clipping, shouldn't me just applying to this job means that I'm interested and that's good enough? Like, the answer should be there. Like, why do we have to keep beating a dead horse here? It's ridiculous. And he didn't really ask me all those ridiculous questions. I was pretty happy. He was a cool dude. I think I went well. I think it went well. I went well. I think I went well too. And I'm going to hear from him soon. So I think I got the job. I want to say I got those vibes. Like, he was pretty sure that someone was going to call me to do training. So I'm pretty excited about that. Super excited. And it's a part-time job. That's what I wanted. Supplemental front desk position, $12 an hour. I'm perfectly okay with that on the grand scheme of things because I want to make mostly all my money from personally training people at the other gym. So, ta-da! So, good news, right? Good news. What else? Oh, well, this is a very personal thing, but I met up with somebody. It's not just anybody. This was the girl of my dreams. She definitely still is. So if she hears this one day, thank you. Person, you know who you are. It meant a lot to me. It really did. But this is somebody that I haven't seen since high school. So that's 12 years ago. I was graduated in 2008. And I haven't seen her ever since. It's been that long. And when I saw her, this is the high school crush of all high school crushes, guys. It was pretty amazing time. It was great. It was surreal, a little nerve-wracking beforehand, but it's normal when you don't see someone for so long, and you finally meet up. And it was an early birthday dinner too, and we connected beforehand for about a month, so we kind of broke the ice, but we didn't hang out at all because distance-wise, she lives kind of far away. She was just visiting the town for this week, so decided to meet up. And let me tell you, it was one of the best days of my life. I'm not trying to sound cliche or anything, but it really was. It was a great time, great early birthday celebration. She was kind enough to, it was weird. It was a date but she was paying because she wanted to just do it as a birthday celebration, and we bought drinks and stuff after we went to a couple bars after we ate at a sushi bar. Ooh, sushi's so good. And yeah, we had a blast. It was nice just catching up and just talking mano y mano, or mano y yeah. Woman. It was fantastic. So thanks once again, cool person out there. Ooh, round of applause for her. With that said, it was definitely a day to remember. Like I said, it was one of the best days of my life. We had a blast. It was great. I can't wait to do it again. If it ever happens again, I hope it happens again exactly how that went. So that's another exciting thing. It's really cool to reunite with somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. I mean, we can all agree with that. This is a long-lost comrade or old friend that, didn't really get the chance to talk over the years due to special circumstances. That happens. It happens, especially when you're not living in the same area anymore, or, life takes you on many routes that you don't expect. And you never know how you guys are going to meet up again. It can happen any time in your life. It's the best. Honestly, it's the best curveball at all. The sucky part is just waiting. But see, your mind just doesn't want to wait anymore in general. So it just forgets about it. And then it seemed like no time passed at all. That's just how our mind plays tricks on us. Sorry about the chairs and a horrible spot on the Spanish tile, as you can tell. And we're actually doing this at a different angle this time around. When I'm streaming, I'm looking like this now. Okay, you can't see it on Spotify, but I'm more at an angle when you guys see me. But right now, it's always face to face. It's always camera to butt. I mean, to nose. Okay. Anything else? Personal life? Yeah, those are the main important things. Yeah, that's good. Now, let's talk about the games that I'm playing and the games I do want to play. This entire month, I've been doing special streams called Darktober Fantasy Month, which means is that, people do like Spooktober, which streams scary movies or games or something, or whatever. I don't want to just be spooky games where I shit my pants every time I play. I did Darktober Fantasy because it's more general, on the spectrum of spooky or horror or just kind of, dark fantasy, honestly. Things are a little bit more brooding and, a little more melancholy, I guess you can call it that. Some somber tones to it. And that's what I've been doing. For example, I've been streaming Bloodborne, been streaming Dark Souls, Dragon's Dogma, Bioshock. I want to do some old school games, of course, like Castlevania. And then stream maybe some Dead Space. So you get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Dark fantasy is perfect. And Doom Eternal even. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the scary stuff. It could be anything that's in a creepy field, I guess you can call it that. I don't know. You'll have to see the games on there that I play. And it's been fun so far. I mean, it's only been five days into the month, but I'm having a blast doing it. Like I said, those are the games I'm kind of playing right now. It's Dark Souls and Street Fighter V. That doesn't count as a Darktober thing. That's just for fun. I sometimes stream. And then Dragon's Dogma are like the main games. And then, of course, off stream, I got Horizon Zero Dawn from somebody as an early birthday gift. So thank you, whoever did that. It's fantastic. Oh my god, on PC, this game looks phenomenal. You guys have to play this game on PC. If you want a game that's fun and graphically intensive for your computer, you want to test out that big rig you got, this is going to be the game. It's fantastic. It looks amazing. I can't stress it enough how great it looks. And I have a 1440p monitor. I can only imagine what it looks like on a 4K or RTX or something. We have the HDR rendering and all, blah, 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 all that jazz. Ray tracing if the game ever gets it. Now, games I want to play in the future. Now, we're going to be talking about a game, a couple of games, actually, that I really want to play that's coming, and one that's already about to come out. Actually, it comes out tomorrow, early access. Cyberpunk 2077 is a game I want to play. That comes out in November, and we're going to be talking about that in a second here. Oh, excuse me. And then Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out early access tomorrow. And the game looks awesome, fantastic. Larian Studios knocks it out of the ballpark again with its I mean, I haven't played it, but I'm assuming it's going to be good because Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 was fantastic, and this game looks to be even better. Oh my god, the character creation looks it looks fucking awesome. It's so cool on what they did with it. With that said, I'm not buying it yet until it's not early access. It's $60 early access right now. See, I have a problem with that because it's early access. I don't know what I could stress out more. I can't believe how expensive this game is. It's the most expensive, one of the most expensive early access games ever released. Divinity Original Sin 2 was, I think, $40 to $45. That was out. That was like a launch date. $45. That would be something I would pay for, except it wasn't early access. It was like the full game. And now Baldur's Gate 3, unfortunately, is doing early access, and it's only got like one chapter of the game. It's not even done. And it's $60. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait and get the full experience. By that time, when it actually releases, it's going to be discounted. And I'm actually surprised that the early access, whatever pre-orders, aren't on sale for like 10% off or something. Like something. It's really weird how Larian Studios didn't do that this time around. But I wish them best of luck nonetheless because these guys know what they're doing. I sure hope that it doesn't bite them in the ass. No. Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate, I really do want to play those games. But there's also another one I want to play. I also don't want to spend $60 because these games are old as fuck, but compiled together. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I really want to get that, but like I said, $60. Do I really want to spend $60 on games that have been out for over 15 years? Or at least 10, right? Definitely, yeah. And they're not even remakes. They're just remasters, I guess, with better resolution and stuff. But $60 for that? Hell no. For 3 old Mario games, I just don't think it justifies it. But it's Nintendo. They always do that with first-party games. It's always $60. I always say this, my honest opinion. I mean, it's great that this is coming out in general, just for people to be able to play it on their current gen console for the Switch. I always thought that they should have remade the first game because that game is ugly as sin and it definitely deserves the remake treatment. I don't understand why they didn't do that for the Mario 35th anniversary. Honestly, I would have much rather have had that than a re-release of Sunshine, Galaxy, and Mario 64 upscaled versions, and then Mario Galaxy 2 coming out later this year, supposedly. And then you get Super Mario 3D World coming out next year. They're just all re-releases. Instead of just a full-on remake of just one game, they came up with that. Honestly, I think they should have just remade the N64 one, and then everything else just goes with it. It's just attached. But that's just me. I would like it as a Christmas gift. Well, it could be. I would like it as a birthday gift. So you guys are always welcome to support the Niko if you want. You can come over to Twitch or donate to my PayPal. It's whatever. Anyway, I would like to get that game, but at the same time I don't because it's not worth $60. That's a $40 package right there at the most. $30 bare minimum. Well, now that we got that out of the way, let's just give everyone another round of applause for bearing with me so far. Yeah.
Goliath Online.
Now we'll get to the new stuff. You guys ready for this? Okay, here we go. This is topical because we talked about this just now. Cyberpunk 2077 has gone gold. Yeah. What's up with that, right? Pretty cool. So Cyberpunk 2077 has gone gold. The feature is almost here. CD Projekt Red has announced that Cyberpunk 2077 has officially gone gold ahead of its November 19th release. Going gold is the term given for when the release version of the game is complete and is traditionally shown off with a disc. The entire game can be played from. Production of physical copies of Cyberpunk 2077 can now begin with this version of the game. This doesn't mean development on Cyberpunk 2077 will be complete, quite apart from its paid expansions, free DLC, and multiplayer mode, all arriving after release. Almost all games now ship with a day one patch providing further bug fixes for the release version of the game. That extra work has controversially meant that CD Projekt Red has instituted instituted mandatory weekend work for its employees after the company pledged to avoid crunch conditions on Cyberpunk. Last week, studio head Adam Badowski responded to criticism of the move, saying that this is one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, but noting that Cyberpunk 2077's developers will be well compensated for every extra hour they put in. See, that's the difference right there. Cyberpunk 2077 has taken a long road to release, with the company making it clear that it would hit the November 19 release after seeing delays in January and June of this year. So, with that said, my dudes, that's still great news. Look, let's talk about the work conditions. It happens to every big corporate company, or just big company in general. Actually, just any company. There will always be times to where people will say things to make promises, and you should know that that might not be such a good idea to believe promises, because a lot of times you'll get your heart broken, especially when it comes to work. I understand that people don't want to see other people slaving away, working harder than they need to get something done, but it happens. It's just a necessary evil, unfortunately. I think it's a necessary evil, because video games are not easy to make. They're huge undertakings. It's a giant collective of individuals coming together under one roof and all trying to be in unison with one another. Anything can happen to where it really pokes a hole in your boat to where it can make your boat start, flooding. All it takes is one little hole in the boat, and there goes the ship. And it happens when you least expect it. They probably thought everything was going good, blah, 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 and then maybe one person was having trouble, or maybe with certain graphic renderings, or maybe there's a group of people working on level designs or music, and they needed more time because it's just not working out as simply as they thought it would. Anything is possible when it comes to this stuff, especially in the workplace. Now, it's not easy for an employer or the boss or the project director or whoever runs the entire operation to come up with a decision like that. The problem is if you don't get compensated for it. And this guy states what is it? Who is it? What's this guy's name? Oh, studio head Adam Badowski. This is the guy who guarantees that they will be well compensated for working the extra hours. So there's something involved with that besides just completing the game itself, which a lot of people probably are very passionate about, just getting the game out in general. But money does go a long way too, because people like we like to be rewarded that way. Unfortunately, we like that token economy and stuff like that, and that cash flow. And if they don't get compensated for sweating their ass off or bleeding to death to get this game out, then yeah, it's a problem. And I understand, yeah, they're already getting paid on top of it, but they're getting paid, extra. They're working extra shifts, and that's cool. And it's gonna come out beautifully in the end. These big games, especially open world games, it's so stressful, so much crunch time. We've seen it with Dragon Age Inquisition, Red Dead Redemption 2, Witcher 3, and now Cyberpunk. All these big games and these companies, they spend a lot of time on this stuff. It's not easy. And also Nintendo with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was delayed like 3 or 4 times. It happens a lot. Now, I don't know if they had crunch time. I don't remember them saying they did. But I know Red Dead Redemption 2 had crunch time for sure. And there was another company that I can't even remember that had really bad crunch time. But BioWare is no stranger to having crunch time. That's why this BioWare Magic slogan likes to get tossed around when talking about BioWare-related games. But that hasn't happened lately, and it probably won't for a while. Now, I can't wait till this game comes out. I'm going to buy it. Hopefully it doesn't flop day one. I hope it's at least playable. If the optimization is good, I am super excited about that, because I would love to get this game on day one. By far. So sure to get it. Get it on PC. Fucking stoked. It's going to run smoothly. This is definitely, to me, a PC-oriented game. CD Projekt Red doesn't mess around with this. It looks like a ton of fun, and I hope we all get to enjoy it together, and I just know there's going to be controversial shit with the character creation and some certain messages that the game has in it. I just know this is going to be one of those games. Because we've already seen the signs from like a year ago talking about gender equality, gender fluid, and character customization, making your person into a trans, and yada yada, and proper pronouns here and there. Anytime that stuff is brought up, oh my god, it's a fucking mess every single fucking time. Because people like to nitpick that fucking stuff, and they can't ever just be satisfied with just anybody. Nobody. I'm talking about everybody, not just a certain group of individuals, okay? Not a certain population, just everybody. Every game is going to disappoint you in some way, even if it's the majority of it's fantastic. So just deal with it, people. Just fucking deal with it like a pro would. Except like Ninja. Don't deal with it like him. Then you'll start walking like him. We definitely don't want that. You know what? He gets this.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
That's what that man is. All right. In the end, Cyberpunk 2077 has gone gold, and that's super exciting. So, round of applause for these guys. Super exciting for this game to have gone gold. No delay. We'll see this game in a month and a half. And you'll see me streaming it just like everybody else in the entire cosmos is going to be streaming this game. It's going to be ridiculous, man, how many people are going to be streaming this motherfucking game. This is one of the most hyped games of all time. And we actually talked about hyped games in previous episodes of the Niko Show. Anyway, let's go on to the next game that I was looking at that I really wanted. Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access. We're talking about races, sub-races, classes, and character creation. But I really just want to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 in general, folks. Baldur's Gate 3, like I said, is going to be a fantastic game. I have seen great things from this game. It looks so cool, and the character customization just looks fantastic. I mean, just look at this right here. It looks amazing. So good for this type of game. You can't see it on Spotify, but right now Spotify, we're looking at the different races that you can be and what people have made. It looks amazing. You'll just have to check it out yourself, or you can see this on YouTube if you want to see the pictures. But come on, this looks fucking awesome. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at these character models. This is a game that looks like Divinity Original Sin 2 with the same camera perspective, but there are times when you're talking that you get up close and personal with the camera. It's like second person, and you get the, oh man, it's so cool what you can do in it. It's a turn-based tactical RPG. It's always, Baldur's Gate has always been like that, so it's really great CRPG coming back. I mean, this look at this. This is fantastic. Look how beautiful they've made it. The graphics engine they're using now is so nice. It's day and night from Divinity Original Sin 2 to this. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that fucking, what is it? A tiefling, little devil. Look, oh my god, doesn't that look fucking cool? That's some realistic looking character models. That's amazing. So many choices. The hair looks great. The eyes especially. Everyone looks like they could be a main character. It's always great when they have that. So badass. Yeah, you can get really creative with this stuff. So right now I'm just we're all looking through the different faces you can make. Of course, when you get to human, it's like fucking boring. Ugh. But when you get to like half elves, human, high elves, tieflings, high elf, dwarves, they look fucking interesting. The Githyanki, wood elf, it's dope. The Seldrin Dro, the basically dark elves, night elves from like Elder Scrolls. Anyway, you have a great idea of that. This game is going to be so fun. Like I said, I really wish that the early access for it wasn't $60. If it was $40, I would have gotten it. I would have bought this. I think $40 is definitely well worth it because this game's going to be superb. But I'm going to be patient because I'm already playing Horizon Zero Dawn and a bunch of other stuff, so I really don't want to, splurge too hard. Although this would work for Darktober. This is D&D. That's some dark D&D can have some dark fantasy stuff in it, and it would be a lot of fun to stream. So, hey, if you guys want to help me out, get this. That'd be fucking great too. Early access comes out tomorrow, so by the time I get this, they'll work out some kinks with, some optimization patches and all that. Yeah, and the people, I've seen the guy who does the presentations. It's literally this really cool, humble guy. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but he's the one that does all the presentations. It's just him having a blast playing the game on a computer. There's no awesome presentation, like heavily edited or any of that. It's just literally him playing the game like any of us would play. Like he's just streaming, right? It's really cool, down to earth. But the guy's got charm. He's a pretty chill dude. And I mean, he does talk about stuff that goes on in the game, but it's very, very lightly. It's not scripted, not really. I'm sure they plan some things on where to go from point A to point B, but it's definitely not heavy-handed. It's not something you would see on an Xbox or PlayStation showcase where it's like showing specific points and it's read off of a teleprompt. No, it's not like that. This is literally the most down-to-earth, personal presentation for a game. And there's some funny moments of him playing the game, and he laughs at it. Everyone else laughs at it. It's a good time. And yeah, Baldur's Gate has been... Baldur's Gate, you want to know who made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? BioWare. My boys BioWare made Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Isn't that something? Isn't that crazy? Now, a better company, Larian Studios, because BioWare isn't the amazing role-playing studio that they once were. You can say it all, and it pretty much went downhill, starting with Dragon Age 2 and then Mass Effect 3. Luckily, Dragon Age Inquisition was the last good one. You can argue that. Unfortunately, Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem really set the bar for shittiness. Now, that's besides the point. I'm getting off topic here. Baldur's Gate 3, guys, I hope you check it out. If you're really into role-playing games, CRPGs, which are computer RPGs, turn-based tactical RPGs for anybody who's maybe a Final Fantasy Tactics fan, for people, trying to aim to please those people. If you like the D&D universe and you like playing Divinity Original Sin 2, which also took place in the Forgotten Realms, this is the fucking game to play. This game looks fun as hell. It looks so good. And if you get an early access, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that it all works out for you in the end, because this is a game that I want to do very well. And you know why they're doing this? Early access? Because Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 both had definitive editions or enhanced editions. And that's because when the games first released, they're not the best that they could be. They could be buggy, or there could be some optimization issues. There could be gameplay features that weren't implemented on time. So maybe that's why they're doing it this time around, so you don't have to pay for 2 copies in the end. Because if you follow the pattern, it's like, well, if I bought a Divinity Original Sin, oh shit, the definitive edition came out later? Fuck, I gotta buy it again. But sometimes they're pretty cool about it. They give you like a free upgrade or something if you already own the game. But I'm just saying, anything's possible, and when it comes to these things, you could be paying more than what it's actually worth. Who knows? Now, this is annoying, just because I don't like the way they went with this. Everybody's got their own opinion on this. Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, new Peter Parker. So there's a video right here. You can see Peter Parker looks like he's fucking 12 compared to who they had in the original Spider-Man game. A guy that didn't look anything similar to any of the movies. Maybe Andrew Garfield. Maybe I heard people making similarities to that. But here's the thing. The Peter Parker that they had, we actually don't even need to read into this. I just wanted to show you the article because I already know. The one that they had before, I found that he was way better, more mature, because this is like after Peter Parker's done graduating high school, and he's like late in his college years, late 20s. I don't think he looked like he was 40 or 50 or something. He looked like a late 20s, early 30s guy, at least in my opinion. And now they changed his face to look like Tom Holland, who looks like he's 12. But Tom Holland's like in his early 20s. I know that doesn't seem much of a difference, but if you compare to the guy's face, the original Peter Parker's face, to Tom Holland's face, Tom Holland looks like a baby. He's got a baby face. The man has no testosterone on his face at all. He's baby face. He's a late bloomer, I would say. And that's a problem, because did people ask for this? Was it really that big of a deal? I don't remember ever looking up stuff people controversially complaining about the look of Peter Parker. People love this Spider-Man game. There are people who fucking bleed this game. This is one of the best superhero games ever made. And that's saying a lot, because there's been a lot of them out there, and a lot of them have been trash. And I played a little bit of this game, and it was, I barely played, like maybe like an hour, which isn't saying much at all, but I had fun. It was good. I just stopped because I think I was wanting to play something else or something. Oh boy.
Liar!
You're gonna see what Joey Wheeler's all about.
Well, you know, it's superhero games. Superhero games aren't my favorite thing to play. Like, I don't even care about getting the Avengers game. Remember when that was overhyped the fuck, the Avengers game? And nobody is fucking really talking about the Avengers game anymore. See what happens when games are overhyped? It just burns people out when it comes out, man. Or they're just too busy playing it. I don't know. Who fucking cares? So let's see here. Let's read the full statement of the guy talking about Peter Parker's face. You guys want to read the full statement? I know it doesn't really fucking matter to a lot of you, but let's just get down to it. It's right here. Today's news about the new Peter Parker face model has surprised some of you, and we at Insomniac totally understand your reaction. Heck, it even took me a while to get used to Peter's new look. But as we discussed the franchise's future moving to the PS5, quickly became apparent that delivering even more believable looking characters, yeah, they want to apply to the fucking children. And quickly became apparent that delivering even more believable looking characters made finding a better facial match for actor Yuri Lowenthal, who we all love as Peter, a necessity. We care as much about this character as your attachment to him, so please know we didn't make this decision change. Yeah, lightly. Okay, shut up. You still made the decision. As we did throughout the development of Marvel Spider-Man, we'll continue to read your comments, listen, and always be looking for ways to improve every facet of the game. At the same time, I hope you can trust us that the decision is feel best for the future of the franchise. Are you fucking kidding me? And our coming goals for this beloved Marvel? Fuck you, Insomniac. What a pussy. I'm sorry. What a bitch-ass statement right there. That's a fucking... Oh, God, it's disgusting.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Liar!
Retard alert, class!
Fuck! Get this guy off me!
That is such a piece of shit explanation. Really? Has surprised some of you? Okay, no, it surprised everybody because no one expected you to change something like that when the game's only been out for how long? Maybe like a year and a half now? Why? Going to the PS5, we have to change someone's face for a remastered? What? What? Yeah, okay, to match for... That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. To match the actor. Okay, did he have a problem with it in the first place? If it was... Why is this a thing now and not before? I don't understand that. This is something that you figure out before the game even comes out. People are already used to this guy's face. Now you're just gonna fucking change it and make us be like, yeah, cool, we have two Peters now. Now there's gonna be a whole fucking debate about which Peter is better. Ugh, it's gonna be disgusting. Stupid. Finding a better facial match. Better? There was nothing wrong with the character. He was fine the way he looked. Now he looks like Tom Holland, a kid in high school. Nobody wants to see Peter Parker in high school, okay? Not many people like Tom Holland as Spider-Man anyway, because it's just... I don't know. He's a great actor, don't get me wrong. Tom Holland's a great actor, but... God, man, Peter Parker in high school, so fucking lame. So lame. Like, anybody wants to deal with an angsty Anakin Spider-Man, right? Like, no. God, bro, it's bad. It's really bad. Now, am I going to be... See, this shouldn't bother me too much because I'm not even going to buy this Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think they really just bit the bullet and just maybe, I don't know, a certain group of people complain about how Peter Parker looked this way and looked too masculine or something, and they want him to look like a little fucking loser, a little girly man, you know, and Insomniac wants to appeal to those kinds of people all the fucking time. So, of course, they're not going to say it in a full-on statement because they're paid to be this fucking vague. Anyway, so if you guys are disappointed with how Peter Parker looks, I'm with you on that. He looks fucking terrible. And then people who are like, I like the decision that he made. Well, what that Insomniac made. Well, good for you. Good for you. But this wasn't... In the end, this wasn't necessary. Because it got Game of the Year for a fucking reason. Does it get Game of the Year because of the way Peter Parker looks? Well, yeah, but it's going to be on a good side, the good note, okay? Anyway, next article. Okay, I wasn't expecting this, but at the same time, who cares? Because it's World of Warcraft. I don't really give two shits about World of Warcraft, but some of you might. This isn't making me suffering. I say I don't care about World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft has overstayed its welcome since 2010 when Mists of Pandaria came out, whenever that fucking trash expansion came out. Shadowlands has been delayed. Will not be coming out October 27th. And there's currently no replacement date. Isn't that fucking great? It seems that Blizzard just wants to keep adding on to the shit pile of what they've already accomplished in the past couple years. They are just going downhill. How do you not have an actual release date following? That's that's bad. That is bad. Yeah, so basically what we're seeing here is that the game's not done. So I'm thinking I could see this game coming out late November, early December, or early next year. Man, and I'm sorry for you guys who have been patiently waiting for this expansion, because you might think it's really dope as shit. And yeah, it's unfortunate. I hope you guys do get your hands on it, and I hope you have a fun time. But God, man, so late and being delayed. The month that it comes out, you delay it. That's fucked up, especially in the PR department. How do you fuck that shit up, man? That's terrible. Developers, man, they're just fucking slacking. Oh, with the pandemic going around, Niko, please. Okay, please. How many times can we use that fucking excuse? Okay, we're in October. It was bad in like the first 3 months. Now it's not so shitty. Okay, and anybody who's dealing with it in a shitty location, I hope it does get better, but it's not as bad as you think. So I don't know what you guys feel about that. I haven't played World of Warcraft in about 4 years, and I haven't even played any of the new expansions right now. I don't know. I was going to play Battle for Azeroth a couple years ago, but then I was like, nah, just fuck it. Then I just play SWTOR. SWTOR or Final Fantasy XIV. I'm sorry, WoW. I just can't put up with your overstayed welcome. And they're like doing they're changing a bunch of stuff in this expansion. It's going to be another controversial expansion for sure. It's almost like Cataclysm's coming back. Oof, burn. Just kidding. That was terrible.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Liar!
Okay, now we're gonna end this on this final note. I know it's becoming a shorter episode, but this is something that surprised me, and I'm glad it's doing well. Genshin Impact, 17 million downloads on mobile alone, estimated $50 million in revenue since launch. This is a free-to-play game, by the way, that's been out on mobile devices, consoles, and PC. And Genshin Impact is the anime Zelda Breath of the Wild interpretation. Open world game that looks totally close to what Breath of the Wild looks like. So if that bothers you, I don't know why it should, because games always inspire other games or developers always inspire other developers to make games like that, but with their own flair. Now I'm hiccuping. Now Genshin Impact is a cool game. It's better in one aspect, because, well, you get multiple party members with you, which is cool. 2, you get to make JRPG decisions when talking to somebody, also cool. 3, it's co-op when you reach a certain level. It's full-on co-op. You can adventure the world together, from what I'm told from good old friend Rendering. And that's fucking awesome. I should be playing this right now. I would be if I wasn't playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's going to be a while until I play this game. But it's doing fantastic, making loads of money. People are happy with it. It's really taken the gaming world by storm. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. But it's doing a fantastic job, though. People are playing it. I got friends streaming it, talking about it. I'm glad it's doing well for a free-to-play game. And my friend said that microtransactions aren't even really that bad at all. The paywall is pretty much non-existent. It's very optional. It's not like in your face with certain games that do that, which is great. You don't need to get buy microtransaction stuff in order to enjoy the game. It's just for people who want aesthetics. It's always about the aesthetics, the cosmetics. I'm sorry. So that's pretty exciting. You guys should check it out. If you like Zelda Breath of the Wild, or you've always wanted to try Zelda Breath of the Wild but you don't have a Nintendo Switch, or you can't afford it, Genshin Impact is the best thing you'll get. It's the closest thing you'll get to something like Breath of the Wild, and it's free. I can't stress that enough. Like I said, the only catch is that it's free to play. It's freemium. There's microtransactions involved, but from what I gathered, you don't need them at all to play. And pretty much everything you can get on the store for microtransactions, you can just earn it in the game. So, boom. That's like the usual thing they do. Like Destiny 2 does that. Now, folks, this has been fun. I've done a full recording without even streaming for once. Sorry about that. It's because I'll be streaming in about an hour here. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, you're always welcome to follow me on the Niko channel, also known as One Man and Teenager and Snowflake. So let's give everyone a round of applause.
You're gonna see what Joey Wheel is all about.
It's been my pleasure, and guys, I hope to see you further down the road as newcomers or old and new on the channel for YouTube. Check me out on Twitch at NikoTheLegend, one word, and then also join the Discord server. I'd be happy and honored to have you guys in the Discord server at all times. It'd be great to talk about this stuff together. So, Pathfinders, without further ado, I shall see you later. Goodbye.